Hi guys, so I wanted to do a little mini soap haul video. It's really super mini because I only bought 2 soaps. It's not something that I do very often because I do make my own soap. And my husband isn't too keen on me spending money to buy soap if I make my own. But that was fun lecturing him on something that he knows a lot about because he's a great businessman, and I had to remind him about the importance of networking and helping fellow industry partners. So that was fun. So I wanted to share the love, and first I wanted to talk about a company called Indigo Wild. They have their skincare product. They have a line called Zum, and their soaps are called Zum Bars. And you can check them out at your local health food store. They're actually sold countrywide and even internationally, so they're a pretty big company. And they make all natural goat's milk soap. As far as I know, they don't use any fragrance oils. It's just essential oils and natural colorants. And the soap that I had got, I can't show you because I actually used it. It was cedarwood, and it was a black and white swirl, titanium dioxide and activated charcoal. And it was just scented with cedarwood essential oil, and it smelled really good. I love the woodsy, musky spice scents. So this one really, attracted me to it, and so I bought it, and it was a good bar soap. And however, it is smaller in size. The handmade soaps that I usually come across, like at craft fairs or anything like that, are between 4 to 8 ounces. And so, that's a big range, but that's usually where the handmade soaps fall. And the Zum Bars are 3.5, so it's a little on the small side. For the same price point almost. So I would say, it's up to you if you want to buy it. It is a good quality soap. It is all natural and everything. So that's Indigo Wild, the Zum Bar. And the actual haul that I'm videotaping is from Nature's Essence. And the first bar is Bite Me. It is black and pink, and it has a little, lips on top. And I will be honest with this, I didn't look at the scent description at all whatsoever. I literally bought this because of the name. Bite Me sounds a little enticing, so I bought it. But you can kind of smell it through the wrapper, and it smells so good. It smells like cherries. It's very sweet. I think there's cherries in the description. I'm pretty sure, since that's what I smell. But you'd have to check her out at Nature's Essence Soaps and check out the description yourself, and that way you can check out all her other soaps. But this actually smells really sweet. It smells really good. And also there is glitter. I don't know if you can see that, just a little bit on top. And the other soap is Berry Bewitching. It is orange, black, and purple, with a little purple flower on top. This has blackberry in it. This has cinnamon in it. This has musk in it, among other things. I bought this because I favor autumn scents. Anything with spice in it, like I said, spice and musk and woodsy type scents, those are my favorites. And so whenever there's because people usually don't do Thanksgiving soaps, so usually autumn scented skincare is usually Halloween themed. So everything Halloween I love to get. So the name, drew me to it, and then when I read the description, I'm like, I have to have it, and it does. It smells so good. It smells like autumn. So I can't wait to use that one either. And I got a couple samples. This first one is green tea. This is, you can't really see it in my light, and I apologize for that, but it's actually neon pink and sage and cream. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's kind of dark because it's going to rain outside, so I had to turn the light on. It's green tea, and this smells exactly like a spa. It reminds me of my honeymoon a couple years back. We went to the Bahamas, and during our massage, this is what the room smelled like. It was very, very relaxing. This other sample, it surprised me. This is Blackberry Sage. It's green and white, and it smells phenomenal. And the reason why this surprised me is because this has sage in it, obviously, and sage to me, I automatically wrote it off as anything for. I wrote it off from anything that had to do with skincare. I use sage essential oil for things around the house, to scent things around the house. For some reason, I just didn't think it would blend well or whatever. I just didn't want to use it in any skincare. And with this, Danny has changed my mind. So I am very surprised that how phenomenal this soap smells. It is, I love this scent. I cannot wait to use this sample. So thank you, Danny, for the inspiration. I'm going to have a lot of fun experimenting because that's one of my favorite things to do. I am a scent freak, and I unfortunately will be that old lady at Walmart that stinks up the whole place because she put on 3 bottles of perfume. I unfortunately know I'm going to be that lady. But I'm such a scent freak. Like, I love experimenting with scent blends. So I'm going to have fun with that. This next one, no, I'm not holding a Nestle chocolate bar. This is upside down pineapple cake. And in the listing, it's actually cream. But as you see, it looks like a piece of chocolate. And it's truer to its name because it does smell like chocolate. It reminds me of a shower gel a long, long time ago from Suave, of all companies, that was called chocolate icing, I think. It smells so delicious. It smells like you were bathing in hot fudge. And that's what this smells like. It smells like chocolate. And of course, pineapple. I've never had pineapple upside down cake that had chocolate in it, but this is going to make me want to try. I love anything. I'm an island girl. I'm from Puerto Rico, so anything pineapple and coconut I love by default. So the mixture of pineapple and chocolate is delicious. I love this. This is definitely one that I'm going to buy in the future. So that's it. That's my little mini haul. But I did want to talk about my molds. My husband made me some molds this weekend, and we got the idea from Amy at Great Cake Soapworks. Out of all the molds that I've seen and I've used, hers are they were more inviting to me, ease of use and everything. Excuse me. And so you see it in her videos and everything, and I did read a comment, because another YouTuber liked her molds too, and she said that her husband made them. So this credit goes to Amy and her husband. I did show my husband the video, and he said he could make it. So they resemble Amy's, but they're not exactly, just because my husband, he's big on making things look good. Even though these are just soap molds, he's big on aesthetics. So I just let him have at it because he had other things he had to do, and he took time to do these for me. So these are my molds. They're pretty much just like Amy's at Great Cake Soapworks. They're 2 pieces. This is where the soap goes, and of course you line it, and then you just take it apart, just like that. And Amy actually has bolts on either side, which we didn't get to because we actually had to leave, so he didn't finish these. She has bolts on either side with wing nuts, so she can tighten up the sides. But my husband put these on here. These are cabinet handles. Like I said, I let him have at it. He was doing this for me. And these are a little redundant. You can use the bolts as handles to lift up this top piece. But if you want your soap molds to look pretty too, you can, by all means add a handle. But, they are just soap molds, and, they're extra money. So, but you might not think that you need the bolts if you get this, but I suggest you still put the bolts in because this is pretty snug. This isn't going anywhere, but with the weight of the soap in here, if you lift it, this might slide out from underneath. So you want to make sure you put the bolts on the side so you can tighten the sides up, and that way when you lift up your soap mold, your soap won't go splattering everywhere and you wasted all that product. So this is my little test batch. This holds about 1.5 pounds of soap, and this is my main mold. It's the same. This is 20 inches. So those are the two molds that he made for me this weekend. And another thing that he's going to make a cutter for me. Right now I don't have a cutter. I actually use my Cricut mat as a guide, and an old Cricut mat, and I still for the life of me can't get the soaps to be straight. So what he's going to do, I'm going to tell you guys, because if you guys want to change the way you cut your soap, or you don't have a soap cutter and you want to do something, this might be helpful to you guys. His idea is to make a top piece just like this pretty much, with slits in it. So like a regular soap, well, most cutters that aren't wire cutters, because I don't like the wire cutters, so I was going to build one myself, a soap cutter myself, and pretend this was the log. Usually you put the log in to a stopper, you cut the soap, you take that piece of soap out, you move the log to the stopper, you cut the soap, you take that piece of soap out. My husband doesn't think that's very efficient, so what he's going to do is he's going to build a top piece that you put over the log, just like as if you were putting it in the mold, and it has slits in it. So you cut the entire log in one shot, right? And then you take the grid off, and then you have all your individual pieces of soap. So that's what he's gonna do for me this week, or this weekend. So once he does that for me, I'll go ahead and I'll upload the video and show you guys how it works. But if you guys, I'm sure you guys get the concept, because it's not that difficult. But if you guys want to try that out, go ahead and try that out, and you guys can upload your videos and show me how it works if you guys get it done first. So anyway, so that's my little haul and my soap mold video, and that's it. So you guys have fun.